Good morning, Professor and friend. Today I will present the article from SSGI Q1 Journal, and the title is Enhancing Problem-Based Learning with Computational Thinking Concept for Nursing Students in Virtual Simulation Context, Bridging Knowledge and Practice. The first slide talk about background from this article. The problem and challenges is nursing students often struggle to bridge the gap between what they learn in the classroom and what they experience in real clinical environments. This disconnect affect their confidence and performance when treating actual patients. Traditional methods like textbook learning and lectures are not sufficient to equip students with the complex clinical reasoning skills needed in today's healthcare setting. The solution approaches for this research gap is virtual simulation, because this tool has become a powerful tool for immersing students in realistic scenarios safely. However, technology alone is not enough. It must be supported by effective pedagogical approaches, problem-based learning or PBL, promote student-centered learning through collaborative case solving, yet still lacks a structured process to handle complex clinical problems. That's where computational thinking or CT comes in. By combining CT with PBL, students can apply techniques like decomposition and abstraction to better understand and solve clinical cases. This integration not only improves their analytical skills, but also boosts their confidence in performing nursing tasks. The CT plus PBL framework is proposed in this study to enhance learning outcomes and prepare nursing students for real-world challenges more effectively. The primary goal of this research is to enhance nursing student ability to solve real-world clinical problems by integrating CT into PBL process. By embedding CT concepts like decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithm design into PBL, the study aims to give students a more systematic and confident approach to clinical decision making. To evaluate the impact of this approach, the study focused on three specific research questions. The first asks whether integrating CT into PBL can improve students' learning achievement. In other words, the grasp of theoretical knowledge. The second looks at whether it can enhance their problem-solving skill, a key competency in nursing practices. And finally, the third question explores whether the CT plus PBL approach can increase students' confidence, which is often reported to be lacking in novice nurses. These three questions guide the structure and evaluation of the study and help determine whether this combined pedagogical model offers measurable benefits over conventional PBL alone. To examine the effectiveness of the CT enhanced PBL approach, the researchers conducted a quasi-experimental study involving 123 sophomore nursing students enrolled in a human physiology course at a university in southern Taiwan. The students were divided into two groups. The experimental group received instruction using the integrated CT plus PPL method, while the control group followed a conventional PPL approach. Both groups were taught by the same experienced instructor using the same curriculum and assessments, ensuring consistency across the experiment. A key technological tool used in the study was the Asclepius Virtual Dissection Table, which allows students to interact with 3D human anatomy in a realistic and engaging way. This tool supports the simulation of clinical scenario. The research unfolds in three phases. First, learning phase to build foundational knowledge, followed by a simulation-based practice using the dissection table, and finally a testing phase to assess learning achievement, problem-solving skill, and confidence. Data collection involves pre- and post-tests for academic achievement, as well as validate questionnaires to evaluate problem-solving abilities and confidence levels. This method enables the researchers to measure both cognitive gains and effective outcomes, such as student self-efficacy. And this slide explains how computational thinking concepts were integrated into the PBL activities during the virtual simulation session. The researcher used a real pathology case. For the example, Mr. Chen, a 60 years old patient with fragile skin due to steroid-induced adrenal insufficiency, as the basis for learning tasks. The case was structured around the four core CT dimensions. The first decomposition, student broke the case down into smaller, manageable parts. For example, before drawing blood, they evaluate skin condition, facial thickness, and the proper technique to avoid bruising. The second, pattern recognition, student identified commonalities across similar clinical situations, such as skin aging for fragility, allowing them to recognize trends and apply relevant nursing practices. The third, abstraction, they focus on the most relevant information and ignore extraneous details, learning to generalize principles about patient care for broader clinical application. And the fourth is algorithm design. Students create step-by-step procedure to solve problems, such as drawing blood safely or treating skin condition, echoing protocols found in national nursing exams. This structured approach not only helps students develop clinical reasoning, but also matches the stage of Bloom taxonomy, linking knowledge to higher order thinking skills like synthesis and evaluation. The result of the study offers valuable insight into the effect of integrating CT into PBL for nursing students. First result, as you can see on the table 3, in terms of learning achievement, there was no statistically significant difference between the experimental group and control group. However, the experimental group saw a greater improvement trend from pre-test to post-test, suggesting a potential benefit in knowledge acquisition over time. Second result, as you can see on the table 5, when it comes to problem solving skills, The experimental group saw a significant improvement compared to the control group. The post-test results indicate that students trained with CT Enhanced PPL were much better at analyzing clinical problems and applying structured thinking to find solutions. And the third result, as you can see on the table 6, the study also measures student confidence. Here, the experimental group again outperformed the control group significantly. Students reported feeling more assured in their ability to carry out clinical tasks after participating in the CT integrated learning activities. Overall, these results support the claim that CT integration improves practical competency such as reasoning and decision making, even if knowledge-based test scores don't show large differences. This suggests the CT plus PBL approach is particularly effective in developing the real-world skills that nursing students need. And the next slide is talk about discussion. The findings of this study highlight the growing importance of integrating innovative teaching methods like CT into PBL, especially in fields like nursing, where real-world problem solving is essential. While traditional PBL encourages active learning and collaboration, it often lacks a structured cognitive framework. By introducing CT into the learning process, students are given specific tools like decomposition and algorithm design to navigate complex clinical cases more effectively. And the second discussion is about implications. The integration of CT not only improve problem-solving skills but also lead to significantly higher confidence level among students. This suggests that CT can help bridge the gap between theoretical learning and practical application by enabling students to approach tasks more methodically. Although there was no significant improvement in test-based learning achievement, the trend suggests that students in the CT group were better prepared for clinical reasoning tasks, which are arguably more relevant for real-world performance. The study also aligns with previous research showing that CT enhances higher-order thinking, especially when combined with simulation tools like virtual dissection tables. However, it is important to note that the effectiveness of such integration can depend on instructional design quality and duration of exposure. In this case, a relatively short implementation period may have limited measurable gains in academic scores. In conclusion, this study demonstrates the potential of integrating CT with PBL to better equip nursing students for real-world clinical practice. The CT-enhanced PBL approach did not significantly impact traditional learning outcomes, such as test score, but it markedly improved students' problem-solving skills and confidence, which are critical for nursing performance in complex, unpredictable environments. By using CT dimension, decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithm design, students learn to approach clinical cases more analytically and systematically, resulting in better judgment and preparedness for actual patient care. However, the study had some limitation. It was conducted in a single course with sophomore students, which may affect the generalizability of the finding. Moreover, the use of self-report questionnaires may not fully capture students' practical problem-solving ability. For future research, the author recommends extending this integrated approach across a longer period and multiple years of nursing education. The second recommendation, developing more comprehensive assessment tools that combine quantitative score with qualitative performance evaluation. And the last recommendation, exploring how CT-enhanced PBL impacts clinical decision-making in high-pressure or emergency scenarios. Ultimately, this research provides a solid foundation for advancing nursing pedagogy and preparing students not just to know more, but to think and act more effectively in professional healthcare setting. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.